Okay, this is a jar spell. It's a it's a come back to me, return to me kind of working. Um, the situation goes. I have a guy here, and I've already done the breakup. His girl has basically gone off with some other guy, uh, and there's a child involved in this situation. And what we want to do is to bring her back. Into the place where she should be, and for them to be a happy family and have a good future together. So I've got a cleansed out jar, and I've also made a few just basic style puppets, and I've blessed them in his name and her name. The photographs have been put together face to face, and I have put my oils excuse me, my Love Me oil and some, let me think, Come to Me oil, Lover's oil. So what I'm going to do is they're going to have a little girl. The little girl's on the way, so I have a tiny little baby. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bind these two together with the baby in between them, and the partition is going to go around them as well. It's going to be very, very fiddly, but I'll be able to do it, I'm sure. I'm binding that with the skeleton key. That's very fiddly indeed. So I've already blessed the dolls in the names of these two people. I've even blessed the little baby. Baptized it, should I say? Okay. There we go. So everything is going into the jar, which I've cleansed out. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sweeten this up with some honey, and I'm seeing in my head the couple coming together. So this is just preparation. I will be working again with La Santa Muerte on this, because I think, to be honest, I think she's the most powerful one to handle a situation like this. Other spirits are great, don't get me wrong, but when there are kids involved, I like Santa Muerte to be involved, because she really loves children. She hates broken families. She hates it when that happens, and she'll do her best to bring the family unit back together again. A subscriber asked about basically working with Santa Muerte being dangerous. No, not at all. I would encourage anyone who is thinking of doing it to build up a relationship with her first. I'll talk about this later in the video. I'll just get this done first. So I'm going to put in some moon water in there. Peace in the home. As I sent you, I think in the previous video, I buy some of these powders. I buy a few oils, but not a lot of oils. I prefer to make things, but with regards to the powders and oils, I do add. If I do buy them, I add bits and pieces into them to make them my own, because, to be honest, I prefer it that way. I don't trust these shop bought things, so I like to add my own touch so that I know it's there. So this is some Blockbuster oil road opener, should I say? It's the same thing, and let me see what this is. Put in a tiny bit of fiery wall of protection, because I want this family to be safe, and I want everything to work out fine for them. I'm going to sweeten it up with some sugar crystals. Okay. Whilst always seeing the end result in your mind's eye. Some, whatchamacallit, cinnamon stick. Sorry, I forget things these days. My age. Come to Me oil. Rose oil. again, you don't need all these. They just help me. To me, I like to give the best possible result, and I'll go out on a limb for people with all these ingredients. That was orange, that was rose, and this is now jasmine. But again, you can just use the basics. It's all about the intent. All about the intent. So I'll put some rose water in here. I'll use the rest of it up. Might as well. And these sugar sprinkle for extra, hundreds and thousands for extra sweetness. And I'm going to put in some little glass hearts just to be symbolic. I'm going to put some licorice root in. Sorry, it's very hard to focus tonight on this. I mean the camera, not me. Okay. Hibiscus. Hibiscus is great. Again, it's a flower of sexuality. Again, it brings to me. It brings a bit of like an aphrodisiac effect. And this is orris root. Damayana does the same, so I'm going to put some Damayana in there because we want to get these guys back together again and bring them back to where they once were, relationship wise, if that makes sense. So with a lot of they need a lot of they need to forgive each other as well. There's going to be a lot of hard times ahead. So there will be, as I pull my trousers up, excuse me, there will be a lot of hard times because once these things happen, there's going to be some collateral damage, but it's getting them through that and to the other side, which I think will happen. Again, I don't know when it'll happen. I don't know how many months, all that, but it's lavender. It's just to calm the situation. Okay, and I'm going to put a little bit more honey in there. I'll put some rose petal on the top. Actually, I'll put in my rush powder on the top of it. Hopefully it'll come out tonight. Yeah. There we go. As I dyes my hands red, whatever's in it. And some Peace in the Home. I put Peace in the Home in there. I put a tiny bit of John the Conqueror for him. Powdered John the Conqueror, which great for bringing, him out on top, so to speak. And I'm gonna fill it up again, and okay, that's probably enough. Confetti might be an idea because we really want these two to commit thoroughly, so I'm going to top it off with confetti. And is there anything else that I would like to put in here? Then dust, chamomile, tiny bit of chamomile for again, just to make sure that everything is peaceful. There's no arguments, stuff like that. Okay, I think that's us, and I'm going to. I always breathe into these jars 3 times to activate them, but to me, to be honest, they're not really activated until I start lighting the candle on it. But with regards to spells in general, I'm not contradicting myself when I say this, but when you start even planning the spell out, to me that is it's the first stage of the magic. Some people even have results before they even do the spell. Their will is that strong. So that's the love jar done, and the doll babies, and bound together along with your child. So I'm going to put that on the Holy Death's altar I've given it to her. I put it in her hands. Yeah, the Holy Death. She is. I think I've mentioned a few times in videos, but yeah, it was mentioned in the comment section about her being dangerous. No, that's actually this again is only my opinion. That's actually a myth, and a lot of it comes from the actual church because, uh, as you know, she's a saint. She's Saint Death, but Christ defeated death, and that's why the Catholic Church won't acknowledge her. So basically, because he resurrected, they won't acknowledge her. But no, I've heard things where people say, "Oh, if you have to give something in return, like a family member, etc." No, that is complete crap. It's complete bullshit. She's extremely loving. She encourages us to live a life, and she'll protect all her devotees. She's got such ferocity with regards to her devotees, and that's the way she works. She's got links to. It's hard to know her origins. I would need a full separate video on this. There is links to do with the Aztec underworld goddess. There's also, it goes back to the Grim Reaperess of Spain, which is La Parca. But all in all, no, she's not dangerous, and no, if you don't give her her offering, she won't strike you down. She'll take that thing away if you're slow at. I mean, but she does give. She gives warnings and stuff, but she won't. Like if I work with her, say for a new job, and I promise her something, and I don't get it to her, she's not going to take away the job right away. She'll give me opportunities to make it up to her. There's so much scare tactics out there, so that's not my view of it. And I've been working with her for a long time, and nothing has ever happened at all. She protects me. She's my protector, and this house at the minute, I have an entity running loose in this house at the minute, and a bad one at that, and she is taking care of it for me. I'm not immune from spirits going AWOL. Once they see, it's like acting as a portal. When I'm in state as well, they'll come and try and attach themselves, and basically the minute I'm one on the way. So she's great for doing things like that, in a way, and burning devils or sages is another way of getting rid of entities that you don't want. I've tried to reason with it, give friends and stuff, but I think this one just has to go. So unfortunately, because I'm very open to spirits and working with them and all the rest, but not this time. Anyway, I better get your reading done. Okay, this is a different deck tonight. Introspective deck. Introspection, should I say? Yeah, introspection. First card up, greed. So I'm interpreting that her decisions were a bit greedy, for going off the other guy. A bit greedy, very greedy, in fact, very selfish. She's put you under stress, a lot of stress. We know that. You feel like a failure. And these cards really just tell the story, They're very accurate. You're feeling scared. That's a fear card. Guilt. So I do think she's feeling the guilt now. She definitely is. Or she soon will be. Strength. So stay strong. It's important. Purification. So hopefully this will be a whole new beginning for her, and she'll come back cleansed and purified, and she'll be wanting your forgiveness. So good cards.